Hello, everyone. It's Danny, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about 3 ways to manifest exactly what you want using what I like to call the law of belief. And so, I just want to let you all know before I get into the topics that I do have a live 3 week boot camp for AI and social media for starting a platform where you can monetize that platform. It's all the behind the scenes of how to create AI music, how to create digital products to create another source of income. And it's the mindset work that goes into identifying yourself as a successful person. It's all the mindset work that goes into identifying as a person who believes in your talents and your capabilities. Also, you'll be around a group of like minded, beautiful women who are also doing the same thing. So, we're sharing. You're also getting me daily coming into the group. We have a WhatsApp group chat that we have. I'm in there daily, giving you lessons and inspiration. And the most important thing is that you have the support from me as a coach who has been successful on social media for the last 5 years, making multiple six figures, being able to create a life for herself where I don't have to really work for anyone else outside of my home. And I want to do the same for other beautiful women. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, I have a link down below in the description. It's a limited offer, just something I wanted to do for the new year, to come into the membership. If you are interested in learning how to create multiple sources of income using AI and social media, and also the spiritual aspect of just being around people that are, good people. We talk about manifestation topics, and we have weekly challenges, monthly challenges. You have courses, workshops, things of that nature, books of the month. I have a couple of books that I just released for the group. So yeah, just I want you to know that. And also too, if you're interested in having a more direct approach with the boot camp where you want to get some things done like immediately, like you want to be able to see some tangibles in the next 30 days, then go ahead and join the boot camp that I have. It's a live boot camp. So the course that you get with the boot camp, you can go back and review that whenever you want to. But if you join now, you will be able to be in the live action of what's going on. Okay. So now that we got that out the way, if you're in the chat, just say hello. I know it's very late, but this is the only time that I have to go live because I have a lot of work to do during the day. I had to take a nap. And then I said, you know what? Let me just go live because somebody's going to hear the message. You all are my beautiful tribe of people on both of my channels. Either you're on the Fly Girl Mindset or you are on Danny the Alchemist, right? So now I said that I was going to really let you all know that a lot of the manifestation content that you all are watching is just a lot of information, right? And I make content for people who want to manifest their desired reality. I love teaching people about how the mind works. But I'm going to tell you all something. I'm just going to keep it all the way funky. Is a lot of the content that is out now, it's a lot of just information. It's regurgitated. It's things that you can read in a book. It's things you can see on anybody's channel. Nobody's really saying anything new. And so because nobody's really saying anything new, I think a lot of people are just kind of like in a standstill of how to actually get the things that they want. And can I tell you, just from like coaching people for the last like 4 or 5 years with like mindset and manifestation topics, I would say that the biggest thing that people struggle with is being patient or time. We all want our things now. And I totally believe that you can have things come to you very quickly. However, there is a gestation period for a lot of the things that you all desire to have because you wouldn't want to get them so fast where you weren't able to handle them. Like if you're manifesting a healthy birth of your baby, especially the women who are listening, you don't want to rush that. If you're wanting to have a beautiful cake or a dinner party where you have all your food laid out, a big spread laid out for your guests to enjoy, you don't want to rush the process of any of the dishes that you're making because you may end up messing them up. You may end up, having them turn out a way that you don't want them to. So some things that you're manifesting, and this is things that a lot of coaches and teachers won't necessarily say, but it's the truth, is that the truth of the matter is that not everything that you desire to have is going to come to you instantly. It will come to you. It just may not come to you as fast as you would want it to, because there is a process for some of the things that you desire to have. So this whole like fantasy of like snapping your fingers and then anything you desire to have is yours, we have to break that down, because you have a subconscious mind that has a program, a belief system that is determining what you do in your daily habits towards the thing that you desire to have. You cannot say that you want to become a millionaire and then just sit on the couch all day. That's not how that go. Like my southern people say, that ain't how that go. There is going to have to be some type of physical action towards the thing that you desire to have, depending on the gap in between your belief system. If you believe that you can snap your fingers and have $1 million, okay, sure. Maybe you could sell an idea to somebody like the Dr. Pepper girl. She literally collapsed her. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Do do do. Yeah, that's a $3 million jingle that she got paid for, and she was just effing around. She literally just in her bed, just saying, Dr. Pepper, I have a jingle for you. But I'm gonna tell you something. I believe the reason how she was able to manifest that money and that contract with Dr. Pepper is because she had no resistance, and she genuinely was wanting to give a jingle. Like, it was something that she genuinely wanted to do. It was no like secret intention, no malice behind her just getting online. She was very carefree about it. She posted it, and everybody was like, you know what? Yeah, she's right. Her energy behind it was so just pure, just doing something because it came to her. No resistance. So the first thing I want you to know is that the easiest way to get exactly what you want is to practice awareness. Become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of the type of people that you're around. Become aware of how you feel throughout the day. And as a creative person, especially in my membership, all of you ladies, I tell you all the time, you have to learn how to take time and space to tap into how you feel, to really assess like where am I right now? What state of mind am I in? What state of being am I in right now? Am I angry? Am I upset? Am I frustrated? Because homegirl was relaxed. Relaxing is the easiest way for you to manifest your desired reality. So that's the number one thing: being relaxed, being aware of how you feel. Because when you are aware, you can assess and you can pivot. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is practice awareness. Now, the second thing I want you all to consider when you are manifesting things in your life, or when you want to bring things into fruition, is to practice prioritizing your mental health. Like, if you feel bad, if you feel sad, if you feel frustrated, if you have chaos in your mind, then I want you to start to practice some breathing, some box breathing. You could do a 4 count box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Do that maybe 3 times until you start to relax. I was telling a young lady in my membership today that since my father passed away about a month and a half ago, I was experiencing some acid reflux, like just like having, discomfort with a burning sensation with acid. And I didn't have that before my father passed away. So while, yes, I went to a doctor and, they told me that, okay, yeah, they see whatever, I know for a fact as well that my mental health is important because I'm still grieving the passing of my father. So it's not that you have to always, be on call like, oh my goodness, in your head, but just become aware and prioritize your mental health. The body is going to keep score of you suppressing how you feel. If you feel frustrated, let it out. Cry about it, write about it, put it in a journal, put it on a piece of paper, burn it. Because the lighter your energy is, the lighter your frequency is, the more space you leave for things to come in. When it's like when your energy field is crowded with a bunch of stuff, the frequency it gets convoluted. It doesn't mean that you can't manifest things. It just means that it's going to be, it's like taking detours. You'll get there, but don't you want a straight shot? And doesn't it feel good to prioritize your mental health when you're putting yourself first? Call out, girl. Call out if you need a mental health day. Don't tell your job that. Just say, "Look, I'm not feeling well. I'm sick, or I have an emergency. I'm not going to be able to come into work today." And lay in the bed. Calm your nervous system. Breathe. I'm telling you, you will be able to manifest so many amazing things. I did this yesterday because I was having, like, I don't know, like, I was missing my dad, and I was in the bed. I still had work to do. I still have clients and things, which I can still function in life. But until you've lost a parent that you actually liked, because some people don't like their parents. But I had a great father. He was a really great person, and so I am grieving my father, and so my mental health is very important to me because a couple of days ago, that wasn't, I just had an outburst with, like, crying. I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know how to navigate that. And I just let my heart break. And I said, you know what, Danny? The heartburn is connected to your emotional state about your father. It's in your heart area, your heart center area. Your heart is probably broken. And I know this as an EFT practitioner that if you hold your emotions in, you're going to basically, you're going to block away the energetic centers. Emotions like grief, shame, guilt, fear, those emotions, if they're suppressed, they block a lot of your energy centers. So, this is the reason why I want you to understand how important it is to have some type of breathing technique that you do. The deeper you breathe and just let yourself relax, I promise you, once you relax, you will start to be able to get the downloads for the things that you would like to manifest. You'll start to breathe easier. You'll hear from your ancestors. You'll be able to actually get clarity about the things you desire to have in life. I see people in here. Who's in here with me? You don't have to stay. Just say hello because I know it's late. I'm not going to stay on too long. I'm looking at my timer. But that's definitely one of the ways that I want you to be able to manifest your desired reality is by prioritizing your mental health. Not suppressing your feelings and your emotions. Find an outlet to get that stuff out of your system so that you can make room for new energy to flow through you. Even if you need to go in nature, take a spiritual bath, I would even say chant, sing, use your throat chakra, cry, whatever you have to do. Go to the gym, whatever you have to do to get that emotional energy out. I walk a lot, and that has helped me. 2 days ago, I just had to cry, and I mean the ugly cry, like just let my heart break because I can't call my dad. I go to call him all the time. I'm like, I asked my mother, I said, when is this gonna stop where I keep going to call him? And I have to remind myself I can't. Just like earlier today, I was just like, oh yeah, I need to call my dad because of the and I was like, I can't, you know? And so, mental health with your finances, with your children, with your own personal life, with grief, these things have to be addressed. Get a therapist if you need to. Join my membership with like-minded people if you need to. At least you have somebody like a coach like me that understands how the body works in alignment with like your spiritual aspect of yourself. Or join a Facebook group or do something, but do not sit in silence with feelings and emotions that you can't process. That's what I would say for sure. That's going to be the second way for you to manifest your desired reality. Now, this one is the most important one. Okay. 3 ways to manifest exactly what you want. This is the biggest one. Be clear about the thing that you desire to have and have conviction. Conviction is I know that I know that I know, and you cannot ever tell me different. You know something that you can never tell me that I am is a Black woman. I am a Black American woman, or whatever, African American, Black American. You cannot ever tell me that I don't have brown skin. You cannot convince me that my skin is purple. You cannot convince me that my skin is orange. I know I'm convicted and I believe this to be so. There's no way you could look me in my face and tell me that my hair is not 4C kinky hair that grows out of my head like an afro. You cannot convince me that my hair grows out of my head straight. I'm very convinced. And I know that I know that I know that this is a fact. As a matter of fact, you couldn't pay me $1 million to tell you that my hair is straight when I know my hair is curly kinky. You wouldn't be able to pay me to say something different. And so Neville Goddard talks about brazen impudence, where let's see, child, it's late. That's why I have on my glasses. Yeah, I can't see. I need to keep my glasses on because it's late. Neville Goddard talks about whenever I get sleepy, I have to wear my reading glasses because my vision gets a little, you know. If you know, you know, for all of my ladies who wear glasses. But Neville Goddard talks about brazen impudence and how it's like stubborn faith. It's that I know that I know that I know that I know. I know that I know that I know that I know. You know how people say be delusional? No, this is beyond delusion. This is like you're so convinced that it's almost as if you are projecting yourself into your desired reality by just like forcing it, just like literally forcing yourself into that desired reality. Okay, you only got $5 in your bank account. Nope. Definitely getting 1,000 by the end of this week. Definitely gonna have 1,000 by the end of this week. There was one time when I first started working online and I wasn't getting a lot of clients. I would be like, I'm not leaving this house until I have $200. I'm not leaving this house until I have $200 in my bank account. So you want to go outside? You want to go to the store? You want to go to the grocery store? You want to go do? I literally would tell myself, you're not leaving this house until you get $200. You're definitely going to get $200 because you have to go outside later today. So you're going to get $200. And I would go online and I'd go live like I'm doing now. This is back in the day. And I'd sell my courses or I'd sell my membership. And lo and behold, 4 or 5 people would sign up. And I'd have 175 and I'd be like, look, 175 is good enough, but at least you got on that damn computer and you sold your products and your services and you stuck by your guns. I know that I'm going to get my money. I know I'm going to have the money that I want to have. You're not going to be able to tell me that I can't have what I want to have. So you have to be clear. Be very clear. I'm going to manifest 1,000 new followers on TikTok in the next 2 weeks. That's what I said to myself, and I got it in 10 days. Somebody else will say that and they don't believe it. Probably wouldn't happen. But you know what I also did that people don't do? When you're clear and you have conviction and you have brazen impudence, meaning that stubborn faith, you know that you know that you know. Most people do not do this one thing. You have to meet God, the Most High, infinite intelligence, halfway. If you say you desire to have something, you know that it's yours, you know that it's going to be yours, you know without a shadow of a doubt that you can accomplish this, then you have to take your 2 feet and move towards that thing. So what that looks like is, if you know that you're going out for a position at your job that's a higher paying position, because I'm not against 9 to 5s, by the way, even though I would tell you, girl, if you can get out of that 9 to 5 cycle, please do it. I'm never going back. If you see me at a 9 to 5, it's because I'm destitute. Excuse me. If you see me at somebody's 9 to 5, it's because I'm destitute and I have no other choice. Because I never say never, but I don't see myself ever going back to a traditional 9 to 5. I'm having too much fun and freedom and making the same amount of money or more working from home. So let's just say you, in your mind, got clear about the position that you wanted at your job. Let's just say you want to manifest a higher position at your job. You're clear about it. You see yourself in a position. You see yourself with the sign bonus, the letters, whatever. Okay, now that you did that in your mind, you visualize that, it's already yours. As soon as you have a desire for it, as soon as you formulated it in your mind, it's yours. But guess what happens with most people? When they wake up out of their imagination and they're like, yes, I know that this is mine, they do nothing in the physical 3D towards it. So what I would do is, if I know that I'm getting a promotion at my job, I'm dressing a part, even though I'm still in the 3D in the position, my regular position. In my mind, if I'm going for general manager, or I'm going for a higher up position, I'm going to start dressing like that person would dress. When I go to work, even though I'm still in this position, in my mind, I'm in the position that I already imagined. So I'm going to act accordingly. I'm going to start doing the things that that person would be doing if they were in that position at my job. And you can do this in any category. If you, excuse me, guys, let's see if I have some water left. If you were doing this for love and romance, okay, you imagine your beautiful SP, I hate using that term SP. I'm really trying to get away from it because it's such a silly term to use for manifesting your desired romantic relationship, your romantic partner. It comes with so many gimmicky things. However, you all know what I mean when I say specific person. If you are in the law of assumption community or law of attraction community, basically you're manifesting a partner, a romantic partner. If you in your mind can imagine what that looks like, you and that person on the beach, maybe you have a ring on your finger. You have a ring on your finger. I'm a married woman, so you would have a ring on your finger if you were married. You already have that in your mind. So what brazen impudence looks like, what that looks like, what faith looks like, what conviction looks like, is that I'm going to show up as a woman in my everyday life as if I have a man, as if I am in a relationship. What does that mean? What does that look like? Well, you're definitely not going to be in frumpy clothes. You're definitely not going to be outside in your pajamas or a bonnet. You're going to go outside presentable, because you can meet your guy anytime. You can meet him at the park. You can meet him in the library. You can meet him walking down the street, walking your dog. You can meet him at the damn gym. So if you know that in your mind, you already know that you have your man in your mind, every time you go out, yes, ladies, you need to look as if you belong to somebody. I can look like a scrub in my house, but when I go outside of that door, I am representing myself and my husband. Ain't nobody gonna be able to say, "Oh, look at Kareem's wife. She be looking crazy, yo. That's his wife. She look busted." Hell no. Ladies, when you go outside and you have a man in your life, you are representing yourself and your man. So then in your mind, even though you already see yourself together with this person, you're definitely going to want to start to put one foot in front of the other and make yourself more presentable when you go outside, when you're looking to manifest a romantic relationship. Ain't no man gonna come up to you when you looking busted. Sorry. I know that sounds harsh, but it's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, run. because that person has low standards. Oops, did I say it? It's too late. Maybe I'm speaking too much truth. Who's in here? Hi, Mary. How are you? So all I'm saying to you guys, and look, I know it's late, but you all can say hello just like Mary did too. I would love to say hello to you all. You don't have to stay. I just want to know who's in here. Who's watching me go off at 2 o'clock in the morning? I'm sorry, 1:30. But ladies, nobody's going to come up to you and be like, "Ooh, yeah, you look good," or introduce themselves to you if you looking busted. So you need to play the part when you are manifesting your desired reality in your imagination. That's all I'm saying. It's the same thing for anything. If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to make six figures, if you want to have your dream body, imagine it in your mind, believe it to be yours, believe it to be yours, be clear about the things that you desire to have conviction. I know that I know that I know. Me, I'm just a person that knows that conviction works. But with conviction, you have to put one foot in front of the other. You have to meet the universe halfway. You can't say you desire to have something and you land on your couch waiting for it to come to you. If anybody's teaching you this online, which a lot of people are, then they're just scamming you. It's just a scam. Look, the law of attraction and the law of assumption, they're real laws of the universe. What you assume to be true consistently with conviction will harden into a fact. It will become something that will be a part of your reality. And this is a scientific fact that what you perceive is based on what you see all the time. They've done studies on this. If you see something consistently in your reality, you will start to see more of it. There's a theory on it. There's a scientific theory on this. So we don't have to argue that is a thing. It's more so when people are thinking that manifestation is magic. Can I just tell you all? And I kind of want to like have this be like the home run of what I'm talking about. Manifestation is not magic. As a matter of fact, you're always manifesting. You don't have to try or do a technique to manifest. The term manifestation means to bring forth into fruition. You can force yourself to manifest if you want to. You can go to the kitchen and make yourself a sandwich if you're hungry. You don't have to visualize the sandwich and then just hope that it comes to you in front of you and like you don't have to like sit and visualize the sandwich and visualize yourself eating it and then open your eyes and then just wait for it to come in front of you. You can literally just go to your refrigerator, go in there and get the bread and whatever cold cuts and make the sandwich. So manifestation is not magic. What happens when you want to create money? Money is not magic either. Money is currency. It's energy. Do you know when you go to your bank account, it's just numbers. That's not tangible money. So if you have $4,000 in your checking account, do you have $4,000 in your hand or are they just numbers on a screen? And if you have $4,000 in your bank account, if you move the decimal point over or the comma over, now you have $40,000 in your bank account. If you add a couple of zeros on top of that 4,000, now it's like more money. But do you physically have the money in your hand? Or do you know that money is in your account because of what? Because you did work, because you had clients, because somebody gave you some money, because you have a job, because you had a project. Is that the only reason why you know the money is there? What if somebody just gifted you $1,000 because they like you? That's happened to me before. There's a young lady I worked with many moons ago, and then she cashed out me $500 and said, "Thank you, Coach Danny, you changed my life." So money can come from anywhere. It doesn't have to come from you working. It doesn't have to come from you having a 9 to 5 or a job. If somebody could just say, you know what, I want to bless you with money, or you could win the lottery, or you could have a job that pays you a good amount of money and then you get a bonus out of nowhere. What if you have unclaimed money in your, for me, a 401k? My husband and I were just talking about this. I have unclaimed money in my 401k. I've been left the workforce. I've had random acts of kindness with people just giving me money or me doing a project and the person paying me more than what what I actually thought I was going to get. So these are just constructs that we have about the things that we can manifest. Manifestation is not magic. You don't need a technique. Techniques are tools to help you to focus and to become aware. Techniques are for you to practice awareness. The more aware you are, the more you can control how you think about things, and the way you think about things will consistently help you to navigate what exactly it is that you want. If you're always thinking about how you don't have enough money and you're not aware of that, no technique will help you get money if you're always focusing on what you don't have. So the awareness of knowing that I'm always thinking negative about money, now you can change those thoughts. And when you change those thoughts to let me focus on how money can come into my life, it can come to me in gifts, cash apps, it can come to me in a check, it can come to me with another source of income. I could build a platform. Somebody could, you when you start to think about all the ways that money can come to you instead of the ways that you don't have money, now the awareness is on that. You start to see the money. The money starts to become more available to you. The first time somebody paid me $20 for a digital product, I was like, I only spent a day on this digital product and they paid me $20 for it. I was shocked. And then when somebody paid me $150 for 1 hour of my time and I gave them my package for coaching, the first time that it happened to me, I was like, so my time is worth $150 for 1 hour. This person purchased 1 hour of my time because they saw value in something that I'm giving to the world. And once I realized that people will pay you for the value that you give, you can put whatever price tag you want on that. Whatever your time is worth, people will pay it if it's valuable to them. So what I'm saying to you all is manifestation is always happening. There's no magic pill. There's no technique. There's no like ritual that you have to do to manifest. If you choose to do rituals, you choose to do techniques, you choose to do something externally, you're doing that so that you can become aware and to get into alignment or to release any type of resistance. That's really what that's for. And the main thing I would suggest for you all to do is to practice the art of breathing. Like right now, are your shoulders up? Is your jaw clenched? Is your gut? Because I actually have had this happen to me recently. When my father passed away, I went to Florida. When I came back from Florida, since then, I've had issues with acid reflux. And I know that it is an issue with my gut because, number one, I hold a lot of my anxiety in my gut. That's just been something that I know about myself. And I'm an EFT practitioner, so I know it. So I had to get down to what I'm really feeling, the feeling that I'm feeling. And once you get down to those feelings, becoming aware of how you're feeling, you can release those things. So let's just say you're not into tapping. Let's just say you're not into doing all the EFT tapping. Breathing is going to be the number one thing. Take 20 minutes of your life every single day. If you want to go outside and walk, and just do mindful walking with breathing, where you're just like breathing from your belly, allowing your nervous system to finally relax. Before you go to bed, spend 5 minutes and just breathe in through your mouth, hold, in through your mouth for 4, box breathing, hold, for 4, out through your mouth, hold. If you can do that for just 2 minutes, if you can't do it for 2 minutes, do it for 30 seconds. Maybe just do 2 rounds of it, whatever you can do. I will put money on it that your life will change. You will feel more clarity when you wake up in the morning. Your body will be relaxed. When your body's relaxed, you can manifest faster. That's what I want you to know. The 3 ways to manifest exactly what you want. I already went through those in the beginning, but the main focus that I want you to focus on is your awareness of how you're feeling and to release those pent up emotions that you have. I promise you, Your life will be better. People will be nicer to you. You will get opportunities coming to you left and right. Money will just find its way to you. Your children will treat you better. All of a sudden now you're going out on dates. You'll feel better about your health and your wellness. You'll eat better from simply just breathing, just allowing your nervous system to be safe and to breathe. Oh, thank you. Hi, Self Love is Me. Thank you so much for being here. I'm about to get off soon. Mary says, I tell people all the time, please present yourself the way you want people to see you. Simple as that. Yeah. And unfortunately, what people don't understand is that we tell the world, don't judge. Oh, don't judge me. But the truth is that we all judge each other based on first impressions. We do naturally. It's a defense mechanism. If somebody is looking scruffy, downtrodden, they got tattered clothes on, you're going to treat them with humanity, which is, to be as cordial and kind as you can. But in your mind, you're already thinking this person is homeless. This person probably has an addiction. You're going through the whole rigmarole of the things that this person could be afflicted with. And that person could just be in a disguise and he could be a multimillionaire and he could have homes all over the place. But guess what? We all judge. So your future spouse, your future romantic partner is not going to find you in a bonnet, pajamas, with tattered clothes on. And if he does, he has low standards. Because those things are for the house. No shade to all to the younger generation. That's on y'all. Now I'm a 40+ year old woman, so I don't know what the young kids be looking for. But if I was a single woman, I would just not be. I'd be looking for somebody my age. But I do know I have younger nephews and nieces, and what they said is that it's just like it's acceptable. So if a girl who is 20 is outside with a bonnet, maybe her future boyfriend might be like, oh, she's pretty even with the bonnet. Okay, but I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about in the real world with adults. Be presentable. you know um when I was actively dating, I never left the house looking shabby, because I'm like, what if I go to the grocery store and like my future man is there? I'm gonna have crust in my eye? Hell no. I used to look fly at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't do a lot. I just just a little zhuzh, that's it. Just wipe the crust out of your eye, put some lip gloss on them lips, put some mascara on, make sure your eyebrows is on fleek. What do they say? On fleek. Clean clothes. Yes, ladies. Imagine the embarrassment you would feel if you are in the library thinking that, oh, I'm just going to go in here looking scruffy, and it's a fine ass man in the aisle and you looking crazy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Before I was with my husband, there was a dude that when I lived in Brooklyn many moons ago, he was a very attractive guy. And I would see him all the time. I didn't know if he was taken or not, but I made sure when he saw me, I don't care what time of the day it was, I always had a smile on my face, and I always made sure that I was presentable. And he was very handsome, and he would always flirt with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he was taken or not, but I know for a fact that when he saw me, I was looking very, very nice and well put together. And it's because it's kind of like the thing that we do, ladies, when we're manifesting our desired partners. It's fun to like flirt and to be desired. Are you going to be desired if you look crazy and frumpy? No, no. Lynn, I don't know either. I don't know. You have to change it back. Mary says, I will never forget that year, 2022. I worked for my birthday, and a white man pulled up to the drive through. I told him about my birthday, and he emptied his whole wallet on me. He told me to treat myself. Look, I had a time in New York City when I was in my early 20s. I moved here when I was like 23. Man, all I had to do was just dress up and just have a nice personality and be cute. And me and my friends would go out. People would buy us drinks. We'd eat for free some places. We'd laugh and yuck it up in like the village. Man, it was a good time. And I know what it was. It's like, okay, yeah, being attractive is a whole thing, but your energy is attractive too, because you could be a pretty person and not attract good people to you. You could be a bitch and be pretty, but having a nice personality, making yourself attractive, going outside and just really having a good attitude, it really does make a difference because people treat you accordingly. So I get really weirded out when people mistreat me in public, and that doesn't happen that often. Like when people like are rude to me, I'm like, why are you rude to me? I haven't done nothing to you. I'm the nicest person you can meet. I mind my business. Now, if you need to pull me out of my character, it has to be for a good reason, right? What else? Y'all are listening to me. Six people in here listening to me. So y'all been listening. The numbers been steady for the last 20 minutes. So I must be saying something you all like to hear. So I'm very thankful that you all are here. I'm gonna say one last thing and then I'm gonna let y'all go because it's very late. So another thing that I wanted to talk to you all about is when you are consuming manifestation content, I want you all to pay attention to the person that you're listening to. Are you benefiting from the content? And when you watch the content, do you feel like the person is genuinely teaching from a space of, I want this, I want the person watching me to be better? Because in the law of assumption community, there's a lot of scamming going on, especially in the SP culture. The SP is where you all are the SP culture is where you all are manifesting your romantic partners and you're chanting, he's obsessed with me, he's obsessed with me, he's obsessed with me. And while I understand that that is like popular content, I want you all to understand that what's really more beautiful than obsession from your desired partner? What's more beneficial than obsession is appreciation. Not him worshiping the ground that you walk on, not him, he can't live without you. You want your guy to have his own life. You want him to be um, a man that has high self esteem. So you're not going to be able to walk all over him, but you want him to have a great amount of appreciation for you. When you appreciate something, you treat it with care, you treat it with kindness, you take care of it. You don't let it just kind of like sit on the shelf and get dusty. You do things to make sure that it's still running nicely, that it's still, able to function properly. So you want a mate that appreciates you, not obsessed with you. I wish more people would make content about appreciation from their mate, not obsession. Also, too, and this is just going along with what I was telling you all about how to get exactly what you want, is that God is not going to give you anything in your life that you cannot bear or that you cannot contain. So make room and make space for the things in your life that you want to have. So if you have a bunch of clothes in your closet, if you have a bunch of clutter around your house, if you mentally are cluttered, if you have people in your life that are dragging you down, you need to start distancing yourself from those people or getting rid of things so that you can make room for the new things that you want in your life. Okay? So with that being said, I want you all to have a beautiful life, a beautiful night. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do my best to start coming live more often. 2 years ago, I used to go live every single night. A lot of my OG Sweet Spot members, my new Soul Align members know that I used to go live a lot. So I'm going to do that more often. I also just started a school community. Are you guys familiar with school? I just started a school community. It's going to be free for the time being until I figure out how I want to monetize it. Also, too, I have new music coming out for you all. Please do not be shy. Make sure that you are liking and sharing the content. Your girl needs to get in the algorithm. I am an OG in the algorithm, but it's a lot of people online now. So make sure you're liking, sharing, and commenting, even if it's just a heart. You know, if you found anything that was beneficial to you, let me know in the comment section, and I'll answer all your comments and things of that nature. So let me just before I go, let me just acknowledge who was here, who actually spoke. Thank you, Lynn, for being here. I know she just got off. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you, and everybody else who was actually tuned in, who's tuned in right now. I love when you all tell me hello. When you say hello to me, it doesn't mean that you have to stay. You literally can say hello and just leave. But if I see 8 people watching me at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you just say hello, you know how that does my heart good. You guys are like my family. You're not on my page or my channel because of no reason. There's 100,000 other people that you could be following, but you're here with me at 2 o'clock in the morning. So thank you so much for, for rocking with me for a little bit. Lady Mystical, thank you. How you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'm about to get off, but thank you for being here. Watch the replay. This replay, I mean, I'm dropping gems. I'm a mystic. I would like to call myself a psychic. I have a lot of insights. I only really come live. You guys know me from my manifestation music. Only come live really when I have something to say that is like really important. But I'm gonna do that more often. I'll come live more often for you all. Not always late. I'll come live more often, just like live, just to talk to you all. This live is gonna go. It's gonna go unlisted, meaning that you'll still have access to watch the replay, but I won't keep it public. My lives, I'll just make sure that when I go live with you all, you can interact with me, and then I'll unlist them or put them in a playlist so you can watch them back. This is what I used to do like 2 years ago. I used to love doing it, but I took a break from. All right, so thank you, Lady Mystical. Thank you, Lady Mystical. Thank you, Mary8494. Thank you, Self Love. It's me, which is Lynn. She's one of my group members, my soul aligned group members. All right. Well, you all have a beautiful day wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon in the next live. Bye.